made her IWC debut at Night of Superstars 5 in a three-way matchup with IWC's Britt Baker and TNA knockout Marty Bell of the Dollhouse. And it was Britt Baker who put in the work. Britt Baker who had Marty Bell down, but Deonna Purrazzo who came in the back door and stole the victory from Britt Baker at the last second. Baker was upset, made the challenge for right here tonight, and we're going to see Purrazzo and Baker one-on-one to settle it once and for all.
You can't blame someone for taking a win if they have it there. You get the chance to go in that back door and take it, you do.
Not saying she's wrong, but I don't blame Britt for being frustrated. Jayworth, are you ready to enter Bricksburg?
Well, I think I'm already there, Joe.
Britt Baker has really had a meteoric rise the past year or so. We've seen her get the best of the vast majority of the female competitors we've seen brought into IWC. And while some of them have been able to score victories, some of them have been able to win some battles, Britt Baker's confidence, her demeanor, goes undeterred. Britt's got a great attitude. She's a great athlete, and I think there will be some very, very big things in the future of Britt Baker's career if she continues her winning ways.
I couldn't agree more. I don't take anything away from her, outside of the fact that she needs to learn not to chase someone and be the second one in the ring.
Deonna Purrazzo has appeared in NXT on more than one occasion. She appeared on one of the TNA One Night Only pay-per-views devoted to the knockouts. So she has gotten a fair bit of attention throughout the wrestling world. She caught the eye of IWC management as well. And certainly she's as formidable as anyone we've seen matched up against Britt Baker here in IWC in recent years.
Oh!
You have to go back to the days of Daisy Hayes and Sarah Del Rey to perhaps find a better matched women's contest here in IWC.
Very true, very true.
I believe Meadville was the first ever women's three-way matchup in IWC history.
Oh, and a good elbow by Brittany Baker there.
Baker has really done to up her intensity and her physicality. And again, she's still very raw. She still has a lot of experience to go through here in professional wrestling. Her first match was only last August, I believe.
Yeah, and she gets a little better each and every time we see her out in the ring.
Without question.
She just needs to learn not what she's doing, but how all this works. See, you can already tell Deonna already understands there are ways around just sheer determination and force. Using one right now, that ring post.
Yeah. And Purrazzo would be happy to win via countout just as she would any other way. And again, a win is a win, but
exactly.
I think Britt Baker wants to pin Deonna 1, 2, 3 in the center.
Well, it's that kind of want that ends up costing young talent. They need to learn a win is a win, and here we go again.
Britt Baker, student of the game as well, on the road every weekend, traveling, trains in Ohio under one of the best female competitors currently, Candice LeRae, as well as Johnny Gargano, former Super Indy champion in his own right. So Baker's listening. She's listening to the right people. She's doing seminars. She's doing camps. She is truly what you'd call a typical student of the game.
Well, that's all well and good, but she might get set back a bit if she has to get shoulder surgery.
Oh, without question. And Purrazzo's dangerous enough to do it. Make no mistake about it.
Working that joint against its range of motion in the ropes. Looking to separate that shoulder.
Seen a lot of athletes very expertly use the ring as an offensive weapon here this evening. Oh, this is a straight boot. Nothing pretty about it. All impact.
Doesn't need to be pretty.
There's a cover. Barely accounted to that time. Deonna putting pressure on the shoulder. Leave a bit of a forearm to the jaw as well in there.
And there we go. Back to the arm.
Yeah. Bit of a key lock or Kimura lock, whatever you want to call it.
That's a key lock.
Overhead style. Britt with a nice maneuver to kind of roll underneath there and take the pressure from Deonna away from overhead of Britt and give her a little more leverage to battle out.
Yeah, but she lost track of where she was there. Ooh.
There's the old divorce court.
Doesn't just separate the shoulder, Joe.
It divorces it. Thank you, Jim Cornette.
Quite well. No, I like indie wrestling. Sorry.
Yeah. Not the most popular individual out there. Speaking of Jim Cornette as well as yourself, but neither of you ever claimed to be.
Hey, Matt.
Well, you claimed to be once or twice. Hard knife edge chop.
I am loved by everyone that has common sense and 2 ears to hear the word of God. So.
Okay, I'm going to move on. Britt Baker again in a world of hurt. And again, those ring ropes tightly enforced. Running the ropes will leave welts on your body, let alone being wrenched and pulled the opposite way the rope's pressure is going. And oh no! Nobody home there, and the ring post that Purrazzo used so expertly earlier on Britt's shoulder comes back to haunt her own.
Baker gets a chance to shake out some cobwebs, but she needs to stay on top of Deonna.
Bit of karma playing out before us. The concept, not the women's wrestling.
Thank you.
As Baker fires with the forearm shots. Purrazzo finds herself in a defensive position for maybe the first time in this contest. But again, straight boot connects. And a high knee. Almost shades of Ricky. Thank you, David. Almost shades of Ricky Morton there.
Now you know what it's like to get cut off by the timekeeper, Joe.
Pedro never cut me off.
Pedro cut me off like it was his hobby.
You're feisty tonight.
Yeah, aren't I?
Sorg's gonna have to do a lot of dumping in post-production. Be that as it may, Britt Baker into the cover, hooks the leg, finds two.
Nice diving punch by Britt Baker. Not quite enough, but still, those will add up.
And you can see the physical toll of this matchup starting to take itself out on both these ladies.
Oh, good reverse.
Gotta believe Ray Lynn is watching on as well, the Miley Cyrus of wrestling. Currently recovering from a broken hand. And Fujiwara style arm
back
bar.
into it.
Yeah.
There she goes. She's got it nice and tight. Needs to lift a little higher.
Yeah, you could separate a shoulder. You could hyperextend an elbow. Oh, great roll through by Baker to alleviate that pressure.
Baker has had the answer time and time again there.
Baker's
good counter work.
Doing a great job of squirming her way out of these holds and really using her weight
to
its advantage. Roaring elbow, that could do it. Wow. I'm impressed. We talked about her up in the intensity and physicality, but that caught even me off guard. Britt Baker on knockout, shot out of nowhere. Deonna Purrazzo is still flat on her back.
I hope Deonna knows someone in a dental school or a good dentist. She may need it after that shot to the jaw.
Well, Britt Baker still atop the IWC Women's Division. Come one, come all, Britt Baker will take on the world of women's wrestling here in IWC.